Hi. So this is a very important video, especially for a diabetic people and who wants to avoid blood sugar spikes. You know the purpose of all this diet, medications. The whole purpose is you should avoid the spike of blood sugars so that blood sugar is under control. Complications can be avoided. I will take two important natural remedies. If you take it properly, it will avoid your blood sugar spikes. So one commonly people know already that methi seeds. So methi seeds which is soaked overnight, and if they drink methi seed powder or a water in the morning, it is good for a blood sugar, good for diabetic. How it is good for diabetic, I'll explain. See, methi seeds contain soluble fiber, 4-hydroxy isoleucine, and these delays the gastric emptying and delays the absorption of a carbohydrates. Thereby it will reduce the sugar spikes. And it also boosts insulin function. So methi seeds delays the carbohydrate digestion and boosts the insulin function. In this way, it is helpful for a diabetic. Similarly, there is one more thing which is equally good for diabetic, especially to avoid after food spike of sugars, that is apple cider vinegar. So apple cider vinegar, many people say apple cider vinegar for the weight loss and other things. See, I don't think only apple cider vinegar can cause you any weight loss. So weight loss is something which has done like in a complete way. You have to follow your diet, exercise. Along with that, if you use these sometimes it may helps. Only having apple cider vinegar doesn't definitely cause any weight loss. But apple cider vinegar is useful for diabetic in very similar to methi seeds, because apple cider vinegar usually contain acetic acid. This acetic acid, what it do, it slows the gastric emptying, and it also inhibits carbohydrates breakdown. By delaying empty stomach and delaying the carbohydrate breakdown, it will avoid your sudden spike of sugars post meal. Especially in India, when you're having too much of carbohydrates in the meal. When you have too much of carbohydrate, what happens? Suppose you eat idli, dosa, something stuff like this, your sugar spikes. Suppose if you have apple cider vinegar 30 minutes before your meal, this apple cider vinegar delays the gastric emptying and acetic acid delays the breakdown of carbohydrates. Thereby, your sudden spike of blood sugar is prevented. Otherwise, what happens if you have idli, dosa, chapati, rice kind of stuff, your sugar suddenly spikes. Having apple cider vinegar before the meal, 30 minutes before the meal, prevent this spike. So that doesn't mean that you are recommended to eat carbohydrate-rich foods. Eating refined carbohydrate is always good, but sometimes when it's inevitable, you can't avoid it. I suggest without fail, take apple cider vinegar, at least 50 to 25 ml, dilute it. There are many brands, apple cider vinegar comes, but many brands are not reliable. I personally use one brand called Bragg's apple cider vinegar, which you can easily get in Amazon. And always use the apple cider vinegar with a mother. Matlab, it is an unfiltered apple cider vinegar. Just take 15 to 20 ml. I preferably advise to take at least 2 times a day, before your breakfast or before your dinner, 20-30 minutes before your breakfast or dinner. Have 15-20 ml, mix a glass full of water, because if you drink raw, it will burn because it's contains acetic acid. Dilute it with a glass of water and drink it 30 minutes before the meal. So it has lot of benefits. One is it preventing sugar spikes in diabetic, and also good for the metabolism. It also improves insulin function, and it also maintain acid balance in the stomach. So many people, it may help in gastritis also. So in this way, two things up. Research backed. What I am telling is not something out of other experience and all. There are many solid scientific researches which supports methi seeds and apple cider vinegar are beneficial for diabetics in reducing the fasting blood sugars and reducing the HbA1c and in reducing the postprandial blood sugars. And how to consume? As I told, methi seeds, water, soaked methi seeds overnight, or a methi seeds powder, have in the early morning. Consistently do it for a 3 to 4 weeks, then you get a better results. Similarly, apple cider vinegar, take a good quality apple cider vinegar with a mother, 15-20 ml, mix in a glass of water and drink it 30 minutes before meals. This also consistently do it for 3 to 4 weeks, you will get a results. So these two things are scientifically backed. There are many studies even if you Google it, you can come to know, which supports this scientific background of Methi seeds and apple cider vinegar. And I recommend personally for every diabetic or people who are overweight or very health conscious to take this Methi seeds and apple cider vinegar. That's it.